Hey guys, Randy here. I'm sitting out here on the boardwalk at my apartment complex and enjoying the scenery, enjoying the ducks. And my thoughts ran to the coming changes that AI is going to bring to our society and the world. And can't help but compare it to the internet revolution of the 90s, 1999, I believe, 2000, somewhere around there. I was there for it. There was a lot of hype, a lot of speculation as to who the dominant player was going to be, and how, just in general, how I want to say AI, but how the internet was going to change business. And anyway, let me not get too deep into it. If you're interested in it, go look up Time Warner AOL merger. Use AI to research Time Warner AOL merger and get a brief synopsis of what happened. Yahoo, do a history of Yahoo in AI and get a brief synopsis of it, just to give you an idea of the things that went on in the early 2000s when no one knew what internet was going to mean to everybody, because no one had internet at their house unless they had a need for it. It was kind of expensive. Anyway, don't get caught up in all the AI hype right now, because this is much like the competition between internet providers and web portals like AOL and Yahoo in the 1999s and 2000s. It's not who has the latest and greatest technology. It's the technology that people choose to work with. So I'm sure none of you remember this, but there was a fight between Betamax tapes and VHS tapes. And Betamax was a superior tape and recording device. But the thing was, VHS caught on because whoever was making the VHS tapes got all the movie companies to start producing their movies on VHS. And that's what took off. Look back at Apple versus Microsoft back in, I don't even know when they started, late 80s, competing against each other. Microsoft targeted businesses, Apple targeted the youth, and they set up youth events and things like that. Microsoft won because they took over the business aspect of operating software, and Apple almost went under and actually had to take some type of partnership with Microsoft to stay afloat. And the only thing that saved Apple was the Nano, when they first put all MP3s onto an Apple device that could fit in your pocket. I did never have one of those. I couldn't afford it. And also, think about this: Facebook versus MySpace. You remember MySpace? Yeah, no one else does either. It's still out there, but it's nothing like what it was. MySpace was the Facebook of its time, and then Facebook come along, and they made it somehow or another, their marketing, their interface on the web. So you just never know. So what I'm trying to tell you is, don't get tied to one particular technology. Do not get tied to Grok. Don't get tied down to N8N or any of the other platforms. Play with them all. Don't spend a whole lot of money on any one in particular, unless you're working for a business that you have to use that platform. Just be familiar with all of them and just watch the trends. It's going to take a few years for all this to fall out, but there will be a couple of dominant players, just like there's a Microsoft and an Apple. I really don't know what competitor to match up to Facebook. Facebook's one of a kind, Twitter's one of a kind, but they all had competitors to begin with, and they all faded away. So yeah, that's just my little brief 2 cents. Like Eminem said, here's my 10 cents, my 2 cents is free. So I hope this helps you out, and I'll talk to you later.